This is one that means a lot to me. It's one I learned. I heard it and it spoke on so many things that mattered to me, so I had to memorize it, and it felt like I had to share it as well. It touches on a topic that is sort of hard to touch on. I think it's very important. I think it's very well represented. It's meant to be to a specific audience, and that audience isn't exactly you guys, but I'm sure you'll be able to understand it and appreciate it. Anyway, I'm being super bad, and sorry, I just don't want to give anything away. I don't want to even give away the title, because I've ruined it, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, alright. Stalling now. But I got this. Okay, here we go. I am a Christian. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way that I come across. So fair and fake-friendly and full of myself, judging your spiritual health by the words that you say and the way that you dress and the things that you do, or maybe just judging you. I'm sorry for the way that I live my life. So confident in my own beliefs that I would never even think about yours. I'm sorry for the wars. Ivory-clad crusaders mounting steeds and drawing swords with such spirit, but if the Spirit spoke, they wouldn't hear it. But you see, the sword is Spirit, not a sword, but the Word. And the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and He preached this today. Marched on the Holy Land. Singing and praying, and killing and slaying, and purging and healing, and raping and stealing. It's ironic they line their pockets in the name of God. Just like the priests who line their pockets in the name of God. Just like the people you can't stand because they always raise their hand and spread their faith and hate and judgment in the name of God. I'm sorry that I take God's name in vain. Or rather, I'm sorry that I stay in the name of God, defending my selfish actions and selfless actions pertaining to the will of God. I'm sorry for being intolerant, for trying to talk down to you, for trying to talk over you, for not letting you talk. I'm sorry for not walking the walk, for being a hypocritical, critical Christian, criticizing your pagan lifestyle while my own lifestyle styles aside, just like the televangelist's hair. I'll slick and slide slipperies of silver will slide away into your ear, but see, that's my greatest fear. At the steps I take won't match the words I speak, so when I speak, all you hear of me is a weak, hypocritical, critical Christian. Doing one thing, but saying another. Loving my friend, but hating my brother, it's a show. I'm sorry I get drunk on Saturdays, then go to church on Sundays to pray for my friends who get drunk on Saturdays. And on that note, I'm sorry for making the church about the pews and the cross and the walls and the steeple, because you see, the building's not the church. The church is the people. I'm sorry that I hate you because you're gay. I'm sorry I condemn you to hell because you're gay. Instead of loving, I jump to hatred, mouth open and tongue preaching, eyes open but not seeing me. You are the same as me, just another human being. I'm sorry that I only hang out with my Christian friends and do nice Christian things like potluck dinners and board game nights. Well, in the night, a man beats his girlfriend again. Another homeless man died again. Is this the way my own crowd has been? But here I am with the same friends again. But see, what I always forget is Jesus didn't come to hang out with the priests and the lords, no. He hung out with cripples and beggars and whores. Love. I'm sorry for history. For native tribes wiped out in the name of the church. Lodges burning, stomachs churning and yearning for justice, as mothers screaming and pleading for the young ones as they are dragged away to church schools where they were abused. I'm sorry for the way that I refused to learn your culture. Instead, I just came to spread the gospel and the plague. I'm sorry for standing at the front door of abortion clinics, screaming at 15-year-old girls instead of waiting at the back door to hug them as they leave. I'm sorry for taking my wars and my faith to your lands when historically your lands is where my faith was born. In the face of the storm, I realized that if God is the law and the law is God, then why are we shooting instead of sharing? Why are we launching instead of learning? Why are we warring instead of walking together? Why are we taking instead of talking together? Why are we bombing instead of breaking bread together as brothers? See, I think God looks down and he's sad. And from his right-hand throne above, Jesus asks, where is the love? And if it takes Will.i.am and Justin Timberlake asking that same question for us to start asking that same question, then where on earth are we headed? So I will take this stage to be my chapel. In this room, my confession booth, and in the presence of God and of you, the blessed, I confess I am a Christian.